Hi, this is Mariah, also known as Mariah Amazing with
Yuna, hey everybody.
Hey y'all. This is Melanin Voices. So, how was your weekend, Yuna? What did you do?
Oh my gosh, so much has happened since we last recorded. I went to the international festival and I know y'all gonna think I'm a heathen for this, but I got my like tarot card read, where you go get like
We
your fortune
know.
told. Oh. So yeah, I went to go do that and it was pretty interesting. I wanted to know about my career, because, like a lot of us, I'm kind of like in this limbo stage. I really don't know which way to go. And basically, what I got from it is that I will be in a career of healing people and helping people. And so at first she was like, "Have you thought about nursing?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, hell no, shit. I don't like blood." So then she was like, "Okay, well, what have you thought about doing?" And I was like, psychology, whatever. And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I can." After she had said what she said already, she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna like healing of the mind and like making people feel better, making people get to a better state mentally." And I was kind of shook. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shook. But then I like psyched myself out. I was like, "That shit ain't real." Blah blah blah. So that happened. Um. That's the only the exciting thing. The rest of it was like normal stuff. What about you?
Yeah, wow. I think that's not like that frowned upon. Is it really frowned upon back in New Orleans? 'Cause I feel like y'all have like a more like richer culture that's like it's not like frowned upon and people go to. Cause I see it everywhere on the streets when I was in New Orleans. Like there were tarot card readings and like palm readings everywhere I went. It seemed like so. Maybe it's not as frowned upon down there as it would be like in other places. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I see when I was out there when I was visiting. But my weekend was really good. I am finally done with the project, so that was nice. And yeah, so I'm finally done with the project, you guys, and I'm super ecstatic. Like obviously, I'm ready to have my weekends back, and yeah, I'm just ready to have my weekends back and just I don't know, living my life. But I am kind of sad to be done with it because all that work and all that stuff makes you feel more connected to the project. So I just wanted to turn out well, but hopefully it will. But anyways, that was my weekend, and yeah, that's about it. That's it, you guys. That's all I have for this weekend. I don't have anything like special. Oh, I have an audition on Monday. So,
Oh,
what's a Monday
gosh.
today? Yeah, we're recording it early in the morning, guys. So on Monday, today, I have an audition. So, yay! By the time you
Break
hear
a
this,
leg?
yes, that would be nice. I'll try. But
You're
that's
gonna
it,
do
you guys.
awesome.
Thank you. I hope so. It's more so about your physical feature. I'll have to tell you guys more about it later if I do get it. But it's more about your physical self, though. So it's kind of how they like you, how you look.
Well,
So
you a
we'll see.
baddie, so.
But I live in Denver and I'm not trying to play us, but I feel like they're more so concerned about like slimmer features and a slimmer
Mm,
body frame. And I feel like I have more curves. I don't know what happened over the past year, but I have more curves and more hips
I
and a
know
little
what
bit more
happened.
oomph. I start eating more and I start getting a little bit
Mm,
thicker than a Snicker,
right,
y'all.
that's what happened.
So, not even that. I feel like my metabolism slowed down as I got older. Like I don't know what it is, but I could eat how I eat now. Well, not I eat like hella healthy now. I don't even know what. Like I literally have to restrict my eating because I notice my metabolism is like
Mm-hmm.
slowing down. But like a year or two ago, I could eat whatever, and like literally, I would still like feel like I feel like bloated, or maybe I gain a pound or two if I go overboard. But like literally, like if I even eat one piece of chocolate, my hips is just like bloop bloop
Bruh,
bloop,
stop.
or my thighs is just oh my gosh. I'm like damn. So I'm trying to restrict myself in some
Mm-hmm.
ways, just being healthier overall. So yeah, that's it, y'all. that's how my weekend was like. What did you learn this week? I want to start asking what we learned this week.
Oh,
What did you learn this week?
let's see. This is an interesting question. I learned a few things. What I want to share. Let's say, okay, so I was up late one night and I couldn't sleep. So when I can't sleep, I like Google stuff on my phone or watch interviews or whatever. So I noticed that I keep having the same thoughts over and over again, like what I want to do with my life or stuff from the past or stuff about the future. So I Googled it, and basically, they gave it a diagnosis, but of course, I'm not going to speak that into existence. So to kind of help those thoughts stop, I have to. They suggested that I listen to music, or I watch the video, or get back. It said yoga, so I feel like I need to get back into doing yoga every day because that definitely helped me be more present. Because the problem is that I'm having a problem being present. So yoga helps you be more present because you're breathing and then you're focusing on what's around you and your breath. So I have to become more present.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I feel like whatever diagnosis you got, which I'm assuming is surrounding mental health. Stop me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm not saying it's a great thing, but I don't think it's a terrible thing. 'Cause I feel as though like you're actually looking into it and try to cure yourself, which is great. I know that last year I noticed like a change within myself, and so I personally, I never had anybody in my family like encourage me to go or like anything like that. I just noticed I needed to do it for myself. So I went to go see a therapist, and she definitely did diagnose me with depression and anxiety, and it was hard to like take that in because I feel like in some Black families, I'll just speak for my own Black family. I don't want to put that on every Black family, but it's not mental health is not a thing we talk about or discuss. So to have somebody label you with anxiety and depression was like, really? Like, and then tell me how I got it and why I have it and these are the symptoms of it. And I'm just like sitting there listening to this lady, like, not that she's wrong, but just feeling as though I know what's right.
Yeah.
So, I'm not I'm not against it for anyone else. Do what you want to do, but I don't want to take medication to heal that. So, as you said, just working through those feelings and just kind of being alert when those feelings arise and just kind of calming yourself. I feel like not all days are going to be good days, but if you can have a constant level of security within yourself, then you should be fine. And obviously, mental health is super serious. I don't think that me saying, "Oh, you'll be fine," and it's okay, it's fine, no, because it's obviously still everyday struggle for me as well. But I feel as though the fact that I feel like I can get through it is making me get through it. Like just having that hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
I feel like,
and obviously having supportive people around you too. Like that's super major, uber important. Opening up to them and letting them know how you're feeling, and then just being aware of that. So
yeah, I think like I'm trying to look at this in a positive light, and that I want a career in mental health. So I think that this is just making me more like capable of helping other people who are going through similar situations, because I know it's hard, like it's hard to get out of. And one of the reasons that I decided to be a counselor, even when I was in high school, was that I wanted to be able to help little girls like me, and I think if we're looking at the positive side of this, I just think it's going to help me better be able to serve my community and help girls around me, or even boys around me who go through similar things from what I go through. So it's not always me like trying to get like attention. I just want to bring surface to it and let people know that they're not alone in feeling this way. Because reading the article, since you said it, it did say, anxiety is when you stress about the future and depression is when you stress about the past or whatever. So I mean, I do both. So maybe I need to look into counseling. Going back to counseling.
Yeah,
because I of course I've gone before. When I being a social work major, they make you go. Like one of the assignments is to go see a counselor. So I've done it when I was in college, but not since I've graduated. So
Yeah, I don't know to be a shameless plug to what you said. But there is an app called, not app, but there's like a website called Therapy for Black Girls. And they have like a whole directory of like Black women who are therapists in each state in America. So if you go on that website, you click on Louisiana, they'll pop up a whole list of Black therapists in your area to go visit. So maybe you can like feel more connected to somebody who looks like you.
thank you.
And, you know, so I mean, if that's what you're looking to do, or if anybody's looking to do, just use that site. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm happy we talked about this because I feel like sometimes it has like a stigma or again around it, and you don't have to be depressed forever, and you don't have to feel anxious all the time. I mean, I feel like therapy is one of the methods to help you work through that. So, yeah, let's move on to Melanin Media. So I don't know if you guys remember this story because you know how our culture is, we forgetting things sometimes. And by our culture, I just mean in the media period, that kind of like have all these stories going on. Like the older ones get pushed to the side and the newer ones obviously get the forefront. So just the way that it works. But anyways, I'll just refresh you guys' memory with the Starbucks incident. So there were two Black men in Philly that went to a local Starbucks for a business meeting, and they asked to use the bathroom. They were denied to use the bathroom because they weren't paying guests. They said, "All right, fine, we'll just wait for our guests to show up for our business meeting." I guess one of the white baristas didn't feel comfortable because she called the cops on them as they were waiting for their guest. They were arrested and taken out of Starbucks, and it became a big frenzy, obviously. So the CEO of Starbucks wanted to meet with them, and they're having a training on May 29th to educate people on racial bias and injustice, and that's what it went to. But it also went to them, the officials in Philly. Not sorry, but the officials of Starbucks paying the men each. So Dante Robinson and Rashawn Nelson, each $1, and they wanted the rest of the money, $200,000, to help young entrepreneurs like be successful.
I think that's beautiful.
I think that that's amazing because they're both entrepreneurs and they know how hard it is. So they're like, you know what, we don't even need the bulk of the money. Like $1 is what we'll take, and you can give the rest of the 200,000 to them.
Yeah, I feel like that in itself speaks volume. Like we didn't do this for the money. Like this is an issue that needs to be televised. Everybody needs to know about it, and for them to want to give the money to other like making a way for other entrepreneurs is just letting us know further that it wasn't about the money so much. Like it's an issue that we want to get out, and we want to help our people along in the process. So it was like very selfless of them to do that, and I think I loved it. I thought it was beautiful.
I thought it was awesome. Like I was like, yes, go ahead, my young brothers.
Right.
But yeah, it just sent a message, like you said, to let them know, like, hey, we weren't doing this for show. We weren't doing this for a new headline. We were doing this because we genuinely want to be helping people. That's why we were there in the first place, for a meeting for entrepreneurs. So yeah, that's exactly where we're going to put our funds to. So I thought that was great. But the other day, not Kanye, sorry. We'll get to Kanye later. We're not there, but we'll get there. But Childish Gambino just released a song and video yesterday for his song called "This Is America," and whoa! So it's very intricate and detailed about the injustices going on in America, and the handle of guns, and the handle of Black bodies, and the handle of our culture, and what they expect us to just be doing in the process. And it upset some people in the Black community because they felt, some people on Twitter, making this face at me, so I have to explain what I'm talking about. Some people on Twitter are upset by the use of the gun when he killed. In the video, he is seen shooting an entire church. And they were upset by that because, the Charleston shooting, it was very, very, very traumatic. Like all the Black killings have been traumatic. And they were just like, well, how could he have done that? And you guys see this is art. This is art. This is degrading. Like, they were upset by that. And they were just a lot of stuff surrounding his relationship outside of his work, because he is married to an Asian woman. So they brought that up. And it was just a lot of stuff that people were upset by.
I just can't understand. I just don't understand why, if they are upset about him being married to an Asian woman, because he still gives to his Black community. His show Atlanta has nothing but Black people in it, so that's Black jobs for Black people. His music is directed towards Black people and about Black people. So, what? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, not everybody's gonna like you, friend. Not, and it was very in your face, like, bam, like he's in the video shooting people and like all this stuff and dancing. So I get it, but I did look up some meanings for it last night. I don't know if you, I'm sure you looked up some meanings too, because you're you, man. You like to dig deep. But I did see it, which is amazing. But I looked up that in the video. So in the video, you guys, I guess if you run, just go watch it. Yes. But because I can't really explain it in intricate detail. But in the video, he starts out like dancing. He's dancing, he's moving around. He's, and then he has like a crowd of children behind him that are doing the exact same moves as him. And then he stops. And then somebody pointed this out on Twitter. You can retract my statement not retract my statement, but you can look at what I'm talking about. The Jim Crow like figure, the Black man who's like standing in this pose. I don't know if you all are familiar with that, but look up Jim Crow Black man, and you'll see like kind of like a cartoon figure of a Black man like standing in a certain pose. And that's what the pose that he's taking, like how he's standing when he's shooting another Black man in the head. And I was pointed out to in the article that was Trayvon Martin's father, actually, that was sitting down. But so then he continues to dance and sing and whatever and all this stuff in church, and then he turns around and shoots the entire church. Keeps on dancing, has the kids behind him again, and they're following his every move. And then, if you may not notice this in the first round of watching it, but towards the back of him doing this, you can see a man on a white horse and all dressed in black. And if you're familiar with the Bible, that signifies death. So, I'm assuming, and it signifies death, and then you being led to hell, pretty much. If it's in the Bible, I will yeah. So I'm not gonna get too much into that, but basically, what I'm thinking is signifying, because it can be taken anyway, just like art can be taken and interpreted anyway. But I'm assuming that he thinks that all these things that we're doing are only gonna have one route, and that route is to, take it how you want to. And then, so I'm assuming that what he's doing in the video is like, because in the lyrics, I looked at the lyrics too, but I feel like in the video, the children are mimicking his every move, right? Because we're just like the youth looking up to our elders, and we're seeing all these traumatic experiences, but then everybody else is just blowing it off and, whatever. And then, and then it say like, get your money, Black man, in his song. And then, he's kind of like unfazed by what's going on, because he's just trying to get to his like destination in life, if that makes any sense. So that's my interpretation of the video. It could be more in depth, and I can probably go a little bit deeper, but that's all I want to get for now. I'd rather you guys let us know what you guys thought about it.
Yes.
By emailing us, melaninvoices1@gmail.com, letting us know. And then, what do you think about it, Eugenia? Because I know you seen it last night too.
When I first seen the video, I was like, when the first gunshot, I was like, my guy was like, damn. And then I seen him, shoot the choir. I was like, damn again. And it was just a lot of like symbolism and kind of like up to your interpretation in a way. I mean, hopefully he can come up and tell us what everything meant. But I did look some stuff up too, and one thing that I can't agree on is that when the children are dancing, it's kind of like a distraction, maybe, maybe it's like a distraction from what's actually going on. A lot of music and a lot of rap music doesn't really go into racial stuff, and when I say that, I mean like the stuff that happens to Black people. I feel like they're not really talking about it as much as they should in our music. So I don't know. Since we're talking about this, I'm so happy we. Thank you, Lord. So I have like a newfound love for the J. Cole album. I just want to say, because I had a chance to like listen to the words instead of like just listening to the music, the beat, and it's transcendent. It's beautiful. He has a lot, like, if you listen to the words, he's talking about a lot of stuff that we need to hear about. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I haven't dug deeper into it. I just seen the video for Kevin's Heart, and I thought that was actually a really good video, but I haven't really dug deeper into the lyrics or the album quite yet. But I will. But I did actually hear a few more songs than what I had heard last time. And I'm like, this is actually a really good body of work, but he doesn't really ever make a trash body of work. So
right. Anyway,
that's my thoughts on it. Obviously, some people can agree to disagree. As we're talking about all the symbolism in America and how Childish Gambino portrayed that, well, Kanye went on to TMZ to portray his ass and say that slavery was all was all a choice. And Una can just kind of like give the other tell of it. I think what he was trying to say, and I think he missed the mark, was saying that it was a choice in mind because we all then choose to rebel and revolt against the slavery uprisings, which I think is bullshit, because although some didn't choose to because they were feared for their lives or they were just so ingrained into the white supremacy society now that they've gotten over here, or they're stripped from their families. There's a multitude of reasons why they probably didn't want to rebel. Multitude. But there were a lot who did rebel. Like Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman. I can go on, but there were a lot of people who did rebel and had revolt and got killed for it, but that didn't stop the fact that they actually tried to rebel against this overarching theme that was like taking everybody around them. Because like I said earlier, some didn't choose to revolt because they were embedded in white supremacy. They were scared or fearful or whatever the case was. So trying to lead a small community of people that did not have that fear, didn't care about that fear anymore, and try to push through that fear to revolt, to lose their lives, you cannot disregard that happening. Yes, there were some that chose not to, like I said, for a multitude of reasons, but there was a lot who did try to do. So I think it was just very irresponsible on his part to say that without kind of like diving deeper into what he meant by it, because then we seen a lot of backlash, as it should have. It was just kind of like a slap in like all my ancestors' face, like, you ain't do shit, you ain't shit, and I appreciate that, my but yeah, I just kind of felt like it was just irresponsible of him to not at least give reasoning for how he thought about it. But you know what? Let's get into it deeper, because he was at TMZ studio and he was asking like, do you think I'm expressing free thought? And And Van Lathan, who is a member of this TMZ team, stood up like, I actually think you're doing the opposite of free thought. And then he like went into deeper how he's saying how like you're basically saying like you're shitting on the entire like happenings of slavery and saying it didn't happen, or not that it shouldn't ever happen. It's a choice of Black people, which is the reason why it continues so long. Is just embarrassing. I'm disgusted, and I'm just kind of like upset by this. And he kind of like put Kanye in check, low key. Like, yeah, this is why we're disappointed. I'm glad somebody stood up too, somebody of color, that so you can actually see like, damn, like this is really affecting my people that I said this, So, but anyways, that's my thoughts on the unit. Did you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I feel like you said, like some of the stuff he had alternative meanings to how it actually came out, like the whole slavery thing. Now that was very offensive to me, because just like your ancestors, my ancestors were slaves as well, so it was like, damn, you think they chose not, like they chose to be slaves, I understand what he meant by saying enough of us didn't rebel, because I guess in his mind he feels like if enough of us did rebel, then we could have gotten out of slavery a lot sooner. But I just don't think that it could happen like that, and it didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he meant that people are still choosing to be slaves today. I don't know, but I took to my my social media and I kind of had that discussion like maybe this is how a lot of Black Republicans feel like they're just sick and tired of talking about race and that it's time to move on and time to talk about other stuff like like how to build revenue and how to be successful and all and that kind of thing instead of always feeling racially profiled. Now I don't quite agree with that, but I do think that we do spend a lot of time talking about race. So that's kind of my take on it. That's kind of my take on it. Now he was like I said, I don't agree with what he said, but I can kind of I can understand what he's saying. I just don't agree with what he's saying, if that makes sense.
It makes complete sense. Because you're just talking from a level of understanding, like, okay, I get what you're saying, but you shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't have said it like this either.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And because he is who he is, I just don't feel like he's gonna apologize for it.
Oh
like,
no, he's not. We talked about this last week.
When he went on TMZ, he was like, "I'm not super into politics, but," and he was like, I like Trump, like as a person. I'm not super into his politics or whatever." And he was like, when he wore the "Make America Great Again" hat, it was not coming from, "Oh, I want to be a Republican and I want to make America great again," in the same way that Donald Trump is trying to make America great again, building walls, etc. But in the way of, I want to make America great again in other ways. But it's like, I feel like that hat is kind of symbolism, bro. Like you can't just do stuff like that. Like that hat means something to us now because it's what Donald Trump is trying to do. Like if that, I don't know, that's Donald Trump's symbol. Like you can't just wear that willy nilly and not expect to get a rise up out of people for it. And if you wouldn't have went on this interview, then we wouldn't have known.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get you. And so speaking of slavery, and how it did actually happen and was not a choice. Zora Neale Hurston, who is an amazing writer, and if you all don't know her, I'm sure you're familiar with Their Eyes Watching God. If you're not familiar, then that's your homework for this week, to read Their Eyes Watching God, or at least some part of it. It's a really great book, really great film. But anyways, her book called Barracombe, about like the last slave, is coming out soon, and is centering around her 3-month period of speaking to the last existing slave in her area called Kudrow Lewis. And it'll be coming out very soon, you guys. So I suggest we can all take some homework away from this and read it and just kind of see kind of, if you think slavery was a choice like Kanye, then you can read the book and familiarize yourself with how the atrocities that happened would not have been a choice if there were a choice. But that's all I'll say about that. But I'm super excited for the book because it took 83 years for it to see the light of day. So this is amazing. I'm super excited to dive deeper into it. But yeah. And speaking of dive deeper, DJ Khaled does not. He went on to a Breakfast Club interview, and Angela Yee and Envy and Charlamagne all asked if, does he, go down. I don't want to be too vulgar, but, go down on his wife, give his wife oral sex. And he said he doesn't go down because he's the king of his house. And if he's buying her clothes and he's providing for the family, he shouldn't have to go down. Now let me...
What the fuck does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? What does that have to even do with the other thing?
I don't need to pleasure my wife and let her have a true orgasm because I am the king.
Yeah, I can't orgasm off that, bro. Like, maybe in some psychological way, but nah, bro. Like, how do you feel like you providing for me is making up for you not eating my vagina? I don't know. It just doesn't, I don't get it. And then when you asked him, okay, so if she didn't do the same for you, meaning if she didn't suck your dick, excuse my language, would you be okay with it? No, that's different. There's different rules for guys. Nigga, please, you gotta be out your mind. What are you talking about? She needs to go on strike for real. But then he probably gonna be trying to he gonna try to not pay the bills and shit if she be like, I'm not sucking your dick. So do whatever you need to do for your family,
girl. Get that check, just leave, girl. Just kidding. Just get that check and go. It's like, no. But I just thought that was funny because I'm just like, then it's, Black Twitter was on it, and some videos of Khaled surfaced of his sex life. He had his sex tape on the internet. It surfaced somehow, some way, and we got to really see how Khaled puts it down. And
Bro, I know you lying.
I swear to God, I'll send you the link.
Please.
Anyways, but I'll tag you on Insta. But anyways, so that happened, and everybody was like, Khaled, really? This is all you offering? And you're not eating the box? And this guy tweeted, he was like, hey, I feel like eating pussy all summer just to make up for Khaled's misbehavings.
Yes.
He was like, and it was just like a really battle back and forth. You know what? I just want to take the time out to say I love Black Twitter. I really, if you're a ever Archie member in Black Twitter, I commend you. I love you for real, because you make Black Twitter what it is. Thank you. Appreciate you. Right. But yeah, anyway, so I was just like, that's interesting that he doesn't, after seeing that tape, I'm just like, all right. Might want to rethink it. But that's moving on, guys. That's all we have from Melanin Media. And I know the past weeks have been kind of not dark, but more so heavy, as when we talked about mental health and mental health and how that affected us during the grieving process. And then we went on to talk about Kanye's mental health last week with Hero Human and the Bill Cosby situation and Nas. Like, just a lot of public figures that have kind of disappointed us this past couple moments. I don't want to say years because it's been longer for some. But anyways, as I was saying, we wanted to have this one be a little bit more upbeat. And I know that wherever you're at, I'm sure it's gotten a little bit warmer. You've been noticing that you can put your little toes out, get a pedicure, put your little toes out, have your little dresses on, you can have your little white beaters on, whatever. And so we're like, you know what? Summertime is coming. So I think for Hot Button Topic, I'm going to change it now to Melanin Message. Kind of keep with the theme. Melanin Media, Melanin Message. Like that. Hey, what's up? Because I'm going to have that for like the listener conversation wrote into us, but nobody's writing into us. Hint, hint. So let me change this to Melanin Message, and we can just figure out one for the listening letter later. But Melanin Message this week is going to be Summer Sheninigans. And I was reading this article in Science Daily that was saying it kind of centered around spring more so, like winter forming into spring. But it just talked about warm weather altogether affecting your mood, and how they noticed that the study that they did, like I said, I'll always put the link into the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But the study that they did, they found that people improve their their mood and their feelings just by being outside and just feeling the warm weather and just seeing the warm weather, the sun, and just having that transitional phase from a colder temperature to a warmer temperature. And I was like, let's talk about summer and how we finna, get lit. So
Hell yeah. Let me
first
tell you
question
something.
is,
I don't like the cold weather, first of all.
shift during the season change.
Like, my body don't like it. My mind don't like it. Like, it hurts my skin. I'm gonna say that. I can't sit outside I'm just saying, I can't sit outside during the cold weather. Like, it just don't do it for me. So I have to be cooped up in the house. You know, when you be in the house all day, your mind start wandering. You get kind of sad. Like, you have a mood swings. Like, so I prefer the warmer months because I can sit outside. Like, I love sitting outside in the park on my little blanket, reading my book, taking a nap, whatever, watching them. I'll even watch a movie outside. That's how, like, into being outside I am. Like, summer nights are the best. Just give me summer. Give me summer. Give me the beginning of fall. Give me spring. You can just keep winter. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of winter. But you know what was really good in Louisiana? Y'all don't have like hella frigid temperatures like we do over here in the north in Denver. Right? It's temperatures is like, why is it -5? That's kind of some shit that I'm like, that's disrespectful. It's evil. It's ignorant, and it shouldn't be done. So, but
it's kind of funny to see how, like, living in Denver, we had to go to school, rain, sleet, snow, like, it didn't even matter. And I lived across the street from Montbello, and I still had, like, my mom made me walk to school in the snow. Like, I hate the snow. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it hurts. So then out here, like, last winter, it quote unquote snowed, and they like shut everything down, and it was so funny. I was glad I didn't have to go to work, But it was just funny.
Did you just move to New Orleans? I feel like you've always been like a native of New Orleans, you know.
Well, when I was younger, I was born in New Orleans, and then like I lived out there for like years, and then we would move to Denver, and then we would kind of move back.
Gotcha.
So it was kind of like back and forth. Yeah.
So both of your homes,
but not
kind of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to clear that up for everybody. Like, what? She's talking about Denver and New Orleans. What she talking about? She went to school here. Then she out there. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
But
yes, I went to high school predominantly in Denver. I went to high school in New Orleans for like a month, and I went to middle school. I went to 8th grade in New Orleans, and then it's long story, but both.
Yes, and that's how we met in high school at Marmello. But yeah, do I feel a change during the seasonal change? Yes, I do. Allergies for sure, because I got allergies like a mother. You feel me? Hope you guys are like, this girl sounds stuffed up, and that's probably why allergies. But also I just feel lighter, and I feel like I feel a little bit happier. Like, hey, what's up? Like,
yes,
doesn't change my situation, but I'm like, bitch, it's summer. It's good. You'll be right. Still in a dress, you fine. But I feel happier, and because I get to hang out with my family, my loved ones, because that makes it easier for us to do that. You know, when the snow is around, it's harder to commute to places, and people just don't want to. People drive fucking stupid when it's snowing. So people don't want to come out, which in turn means that your people don't want to come out. In turn means you don't want to go out. So you're like, F it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go out when it's summertime, and that's exactly what I do. I take full advantage, try to visit as many loved ones as I can here in Colorado. And then, obviously, I can take trip back home to Detroit. I say back home because, like Una, it was like a traditional thing. Like, I would go there in the summers. My mom's from Detroit, if no one knows. Basically, you know, my friend was like, damn, do you ever spend the summer in Denver? They have all these great things going on in the summertime. I'm like, well, I'm going to Detroit from May to August, so I'll see y'all when I get back. But anyways, it makes it easier for me to travel and commute to Detroit from Denver, because it's warmer, and I don't want to go to Detroit in January because it's too damn cold. I think it's cold in Denver. It's way colder in Detroit during the winter months. So now that it's summer and it's warming up, I can actually go travel to see my people. So that's what I plan to do. And yes, that's how I feel a change. I feel a change physically, emotionally, like all that. When summertime approaches. So I definitely agree with that article. So speaking of things that we want to do, well, I just mentioned what I was going to do for the summer, but what do you plan on doing this summer? Like, what are some of your top 3 things that you want to do this summer?
Coming to Denver. I'm coming to Denver, so
we'll talk about that later for this time. Or maybe next week. We'll wait till next week when Michelle's back, because Michelle will be back, you guys, on the show. Yay! We'll wait till next week when she gets back so she can announce it too, but go ahead.
So that's one on my list. I want to go somewhere. I mean, not like super far. You know, I can go to Houston or something like that. I want to take like another trip, and
let's go to Houston. I've never been.
For real?
I swear, I've only been to Dallas, so we can go to Houston.
Houston is like a big ass Denver. Like, it's Denver times like 3. Houston is fucking huge, but.
Oh, I'm sure.
But let's go.
It's huge. Texas is huge. Yeah, I'm serious. Let's go. I'm so serious. Okay. But yeah, you want to go to Houston and we'll travel.
And I don't know.
Sit outside.
Hell yeah. That's sorry, y'all. Yes, I would like to enjoy being outside. Like, I would like to enjoy being outside. What about you, Mariah? Let's talk about you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you guys, it makes it easy for me to commute places, so I'm definitely gonna go visit my people in Detroit. I'm going to try to, once I'm there, visit my friend Brianna again in Philly, because it's like right over there. And then after, not right over there, but cheaper, the ticket is cheaper once you're in Detroit to go to Philly than it is from Denver to Philly, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So try to visit her once more this year as well. And then I might even slide over to New York if I can to see Joanne, my friend, who is Michelle's sister-in-law. Just to see her, obviously Michelle and Jeff and baby Nova when I'm there, but see them. Hopefully, I have all these plans to travel, and then I definitely want to go back to New Orleans. I love New Orleans when I was there, you guys. I got really sick. I got like mad sick. Like I couldn't even like be on the plane. Like I was just like dozing in and out because I was like so sick when I was there. So this time I don't want to be sick. I want to be upbeat and everything. So I'm excited to head back there. I want to go back to Cali too. I love Cali. So I'm just trying to travel, spend time with my people, and
I want to go to California. I've never been there.
What? Are you serious, dog? We're going to Cali.
Gosh,
Houston, we're going to Cali.
You could count me in on that one.
Let's go to Cali. How you gonna live there like you wanted to say, but you don't know? Okay, we gotta go to Cali. We gotta go to Inglewood. Gotta hit the Black neighborhood, obviously, and we gotta go to Cali. We're going to Cali. Yuna and Mariah take over Cali 2018.
Yes, I'm living for it. Yes,
I'm so serious. I wish you would have planned this earlier because we could have just went from here to whatever. No big deal. We'll figure it out later. But that's that. And I want to dress cuter. I'm trying to lose some of these love handles, some of this weight for this upcoming thing that I'm going to be doing. And for my sister's graduation, I'm trying to, you know.
Y'all see how happy she is that it's warm now? So just...
Yes, I'm just trying to tell you. See, this article is right. But I'm just trying to, like, not just lose weight for my sister's graduation office. Just in general, like, I don't feel as confident as I usually do. I know some people are like, girl, you thick, you good, you fine. But, you know, when you're not used to having this weight on you, or you're just not used to being built a certain way, you're just like, I just want to just take away this and this if I can. And so that just entitles me to keep on being more consistent in the gym and keep on having a more leaner diet. So that's what I work on. Nothing crazy. I'm not trying to lose like 30 pounds, you know, just a little something here and there. Goodbye, Una. Anyway, so that's that, you guys. That's all I want to do is just have fun with my people, travel, smile more, just love life.
And we gotta rewind because I noticed this, that you never answered the question. You never answered your own question. What did you learn this week?
Oh yeah, we just skipped over it because we would have heard it back last week and then next week. Like, gosh damn, she never even answered that.
Yeah.
What did I learn this week? I learned that there is hope, and I say that because you guys don't know, listen to the show, but I've been applying for positions for like the past 7 to 8 months, like nonstop, like having my friends read over my resumes, having them edit my cover letters for each position, like each job I actually take intricate detail and make sure that it's tailored to that company, to that specific role. And so I don't get callbacks, or when I follow up, I don't hear back from them. It's really like discouraging, but I'm just like, there is hope. Like if I feel like if you just keep at something, like, I don't know, I just feel like patience and consistency met with hard work meets. That's what like kind of like luck is, quote unquote. It's just literally like you having hard work behind patience, and then that's what presents your opportunity for you. I don't think luck is just like thing like, oh, just happen to happen for this kind of thing anyways. It's more so like you were consistent with it, you stuck to it, and it executed nicely in the long run. So there is hope. I'm sure it's going to happen, and I just have to be on it.
That's nice.
So yeah, if you guys are going through a job hunt and you are not liking it, I'm there with you. I more than understand. So we got this.
Look at you, girl. Sparkling your melanin magic everywhere. Look at you.
Look at me. But that was it for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to share Snapchat comments. I got a lot of feedback this week, you guys. I'm so excited. I got like 8 or 9 like people who did me. I'm like, guys, I don't even know who to choose. It's so great. But let me go ahead and look at my inbox. And it's a lot of people, so I'm just like, wait, make sure I get everybody. But my question this week was, let me so you guys can know, because I always have a yes and no question, then I have an open-ended question, because I want to like get a lot of data, however you pronounce it. I know it's a weird way. But anyways, the yes and no question was, do you notice a change in mood when the weather changes? And I got 100% yeses.
What?
37 people said yes. And actually, one person said no. Claudia said no.
Yeah, Claudia, I thought we liked you.
And she told me why she said no. So we'll go to her first. And she was like the oddball out.
Yes, girl, what's wrong with you?
Like, Claudia, you're disappointing Una right now, girl. Once again, her name on Instagram is Claudie_J. And she said, hey, I actually meant to click no. LOL. She had to write me like, hey, I know that says I said yes, but I meant to click no. And she's like, the reason for that is my mood is definitely more affected by my social media and what I take in, who's around me, and not so much the weather. Because gloomy weather makes me happy. So that's what she said. And I also had another question to this was, what are your plans for the summer? Do you want to go out more, hang with loved ones? Let me know. And she wanted to say she wants to work, trip, more YouTube, and get ready for school because she's a teacher. And not get ready for school. She's a teacher because she is going back to school to become a counselor. So she's getting her master's degree in that. So congrats to you, Claudie. And then other people, Musu, Moments of Musu on Instagram. She said, definitely get out more and do more outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Which is something that I said too, just go outside. Christy Afuna is KristyYatufunwa, said, explore more and meet more people is what her goal is to do. And then some other ones from Segan. Her name on Insta is Lego My Sego. And hers is hang with loved ones and go to new spots I've never been to, which is hard because if you guys know Segan, she's a traveler. Like, she's always in Spain or London. Like, she's all over the place. For her to just say, go to new spots I've never been to, I'm like, where you gonna go, Segan? You've been all over the world. But she said that's what she wants to do and not the same old thing. I suppose I will share one more as well. And this is from Neon Court, and her name on Instagram is Nicolette Goddess, and it's Nilotic Goddess. And she said, go on adventures and to stay focused on building my dreams. So, well wishes and good and the best positive vibes to you, Neon Court, and doing that, and everybody else, and having a good summer, and obviously other seasons as well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, you guys. That was it for this week's episode of Snapchat Combos. I'm gonna go down to Blacck Business for the week. So I actually went yesterday. So thank you to Yuna for that. Because if you would have said no, we had to record that day, I probably wouldn't have went to this spot. But it's called Intersections, and it's a brunch spot in Northfield that is owned by this black people. It's really good food, you guys. If you're in Denver, I suggest you go. It's on 8241 East Northfield Boulevard. If you're familiar with the Denver area, it's literally right across the street from the Northfield Mall. So literally right there. So I suggest you guys go check it out. It's really nice. Like, the layout is very nice. The food is good. The service is nice. So just go check it out.
What's the name of the place?
It's called Intersections, everybody. So go ahead and check it out. Once again, I will always put the name of the place there and also the actual location of it. So it's called Intersections. Go ahead and check it out. But yeah, that was it, you guys. That was it for this week. Do you have anything to add, Yuna, for like your final thoughts?
Let me see, because I always come with something. Hold on, let me see.
Does she?
What you say, girl?
She swears, y'all. I have to think, like, wait, does she always come with something? I mean, you always come with, like, a Blacck Business for sure. So you probably was thrown for a loop. Like, God damn.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let's enjoy this summer. Let's do something we've never done before. Go somewhere we've never been before. Let's live it up. 2018 is, like, the year of, like, living it up for me. So I'm really, like, for the shit. So let's get into some shit.
Yeah. Same for me. I'm all about positive energy. If you have anything bad to say about somebody, don't say it to me, because I want to look at you in the face and say, why do you think that's okay to say?
Right.
But don't do it. It's very the year for positivity, and all years should be for positivity, but more so this year starting out. So you know what? That's all I have for this week, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And once again, please write us in our email. Y'all, we need y'all to go to our email, write us melaninvoices1@gmail.com so we can respond to you. And also, we're going to do some more revamping. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and soon to come Instagram. So,
yes.
So when we'll let you guys know a little bit later, but I'm super excited for where Melanin Voices is going and where it's headed. Yes. And we just need you guys' help with getting us there. So if you can support us, that'd be more appreciative than anything ever.
Yes, we will love you forever.
For real. Because, you know, we just trying to make Melanin Voices our big baby. We ain't trying to have no more kids. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, we're trying to make this our career. So if y'all can help us in doing that. I mean, obviously other pursuits outside of that, but more so what we want to do versus clocking in to a 9 to 5. So
Hello, please.
Let us know.
Shit.
Let us know, friends. And melaninvoice1@gmail.com, Facebook, Twitter. And yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. We really appreciate it. And we're out of here.
Love you. Bye.